Children, we have learnt about soil. We have seen the previous video on soil for standard 3. Now let us have some questions which you will have to answer. Select the correct option from the brackets and fill in the gaps. Each sentence has a gap, you have to fill it in, and to help you out, we have given 2 options for each of the questions. The topmost layer of the earth is soil, water. What's the answer? The answer is soil. All plant and animal life has been made possible on the earth mainly because earth has a cover up of soil. We construct buildings, roads, gardens, forests, they all stand on soil. Second question. In the beginning, the earth had only billions of years ago, when the earth got formed, the earth had only humus, rocks. You have 2 options. Which is the right one? The right one is rocks. It cannot be humus. Humus is the material that got formed due to the rotting of dead bodies of animals and plants. Earth was full of rocks in the beginning. Those rocks started getting broken into smaller pieces, still smaller pieces, and ultimately very tiny pieces, sand, and then soil got formed. So in the beginning the earth had only rocks. Third, dash is the hot red liquid coming out from the earth. There are volcanoes on earth. Billions of years ago, there were a lot of volcanoes all over the earth, everywhere. Now their number has got reduced. What is that liquid that comes out of the volcano? Lava, petrol. It's a hot red liquid. It is lava. Lava solidifies into rocks. Rocks break and soil gets formed in due course after millions of years. It is not a quick process. It's a very slow process. Question number 3. 4 now. The sun dash the rocks. Rocks are there on earth. What is the impact of sun on rocks? He heats them, he cools them. The sun is very hot, we know. So, definitely the rocks get heated by the rays of the sun. Heats. Heats is the answer. The sun heats the rocks. Next. The dash is formed by the breaking down of rocks. When the rocks break down, ultimately what is it you get? Humus, soil. I told you just now, humus gets formed because bodies of plants and animals undergo decay. What gets formed is soil. Rocks break down and ultimately you get soil. Next. Gravel is dash than sand particles. Smaller, bigger. Gravel. Are they bigger than sand particles or smaller? Certainly, gravels are bigger soil particles. So, bigger is the answer. Sand has got formed because of the breaking down of gravel. Next. The dead plants and animals rot and dash gets formed. We discussed just now. Humus, clay. Which one is that? It is humus. Humus is that part of soil which has lot of nutrients in it. Humus is very much required by plants to grow well. Dash soil is smooth and sticky. It is smooth. Sometimes if it's wet and you try to walk on them, you may slip. Sandy, clayey. Which one is slippery? Which one is very soft? Soft particles it is made up of. It is clayey soil. It is sticky. The sticky soil which is in a farm with black soil gets stuck to your shoes. You will not be able to walk. That is clay. The soil is said to be clayey. Next. Dash escapes as bubbles when water is poured into soil. In a bottle or in a bucket, if you have soil and you pour water into that bucket, you see a lot of bubbles coming out. What are those bubbles? Are they made up of water or air? They are air bubbles. Do this experiment today. Take a bottle, put soil from your garden, then pour water into it and watch. You see a lot of bubbles coming out. They are air bubbles. Next question. Dash is known as the friend of the farmer. You know it well. Is it fish or earthworm? The answer is the earthworm. Earthworm turns soil into a very fertile one. More the earthworms in the soil, more fertile that soil is. A farmer will be very happy if he sees lots of earthworms in his farmland. If you take a fistful of soil and hold it in your hand, you should be able to see a lot of earthworms in it. Earthworm is the answer. Next. Dash is found on the seashores. If you go to the seashore in a vacation and try to enjoy there, what do you find there? Sand or humus? Yes, it is sand. You are right. Sand. You find sand on the river banks and sea beaches. Next. Dash is a mixture of sand and clay. You cannot grow any plant in sand because sand doesn't hold water. You cannot grow plants in a clayey soil because it holds lot of water. Very sticky. Plant will not be able to send its roots down into the soil. So, when you mix sand and clay to plant saplings, what do you call it? Is it loam or manure? A mixture of sand and clay is called loam. Loam is that soil which is good for planting saplings. Next. Dash is used to make pots in pottery. What kind of material do they use? Do they use pebbles or clay? The answer is clay. With pebbles you cannot build up any artifact. You cannot make a pot out of pebbles. They fall off. Clay. You need sticky soil to make pots. You need sticky soil. So the answer is clay. Next. Soil kept in a closed bottle gives out dash. In a bottle you have put soil and then you put the lid and keep it closed. For some 5-6 hours you keep it aside. What do you see at the end? On the inside of the bottle, what do you find? Moisture or clay? It is moisture. The water present in the soil, it starts getting evaporated and gets collected on the inside of the bottle. You call it as moisture. Tiny droplets you will be able to find. Next question. 15th. Plants dash in soil. Plants grow in soil or plants mix in soil. Plants definitely they grow in soil. Plants stand firmly on soil and grow, drawing nutrients from the soil. Plants grow in soil. Next question. Dash soil holds a lot of water. Which soil holds a lot of water? Sandy soil or clayey soil? You know well now. It is clayey soil. Clayey soil holds lot of water. Next. Dash makes the soil unfit for plant growth. Sand or loam. To make the plants grow, you need the right medium there. The right kind of soil you need. Which one is the right one? Sandy soil or loamy soil? What do you need? You need loam. You need a mixture of sand and clay. That becomes the right medium, right soil to grow plants. Loam. Next question. Rotting leaves and cow dung gives us manure, loam. Leaves, green leaves, they start rotting. To that you add cow dung and leave it in the pit for a few days. The leaves start undergoing decay, cow dung gets mixed with that, and ultimately you get beautiful manure to grow plants. That's how you can make manure. Instead of going for fertilizers, you can make your own manure and use it in the field or garden. Manure. Soil contains frogs and fish or sand and humus. What is it soil contains? The first pair or the second pair? Certainly the answer is sand and humus. We rightly said sand and humus when mixed together make a beautiful medium for growing plants. Sand and humus is the answer. Next question. Soil provides water and minerals to dash for their growth. Animals, plants. Who gets benefited? Plants get water and minerals from the soil. So here you have to fill in water. Here you have to fill in plants. Water and minerals are absorbed by plants for their healthy growth. Farmers add dash to soil to make it fertile. Manure, water. To make the soil fertile, what is it you add to soil? Manure or water? Manure. To make it fertile. Rich. You have to add manure. Last question. The layer of clay is the layer of sand. The layer of sand, the layer of clay. You have to say whether the clay is below sand or above sand. Above, below. The layer of clay is certainly above the layer of sand. Sand particles are heavier than soil. Clayey soil, they go down. They are heavier. Gravel goes down further. So sand is below the clay layer or clay layer. Layer of clay is certainly above the layer of sand. Now children, you have something to draw. Have the fun of drawing it down. See here, draw a neat diagram of the soil profile and label the layers. You have learnt about it. In a vessel, we have taken soil, we have poured water, and the soil has settled down into different layers. At the bottom, you have gravel, you have big stones, then you have sand particles, then you have clay, sticky clay, and then you have water here, and you have humus here. Water you need not show separately. Humus is at the top. Beneath humus you have clay, beneath clay you get sand, and at last at the bottom you find gravel. This structure of soil which gets fit into layers is what is called as soil profile. It explains what soil is. You have to draw the diagram and you have to label. All these questions which you saw now, you get put in the form of a worksheet in WhatsApp. You can copy from there. Thank you.